And that silence is love. When we talk about love and we talk about peace and we talk about all these things don't exist. They are existence itself. This is not a play in words. Are you understanding me? See, love in reality does not exist. It is life itself. When you're totally silent, you're totally here. There's love. There is peace. There is joy. There is happiness. There is contentment. See? But these things they are the isness itself. So when we go deeper than the negativity, deeper than the turmoil, deeper than all the kerfuffle that's on the surface, the very depth itself takes us to the point where we say, oh yeah, it's changing by itself. Oh, I'm beginning to feel better. You see? Because you're hitting that silence. You're hitting that. But it's your choice that makes it possible. The choice, yes, I want to hear. Yes, I want to listen. See?
So it's being totally aware when you're, say, angry or sad.
Yeah.
And just stopping for that moment.
Yeah. And be aware, and it's okay.
To sort of say there's something deeper.
There's something deeper than that. Yes.
And what is deeper is actually love.
What is deeper is always love.
With love.
Yes.
And what seems to be there cannot exist, it just dissolves.
Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. And the point is that if there is any negativity or any anger or reaction, the point is not to do anything about it. You see, nothing at all. Just see that there's something deeper. And you don't have to figure out what is deeper. Because the very willingness to go deeper than what you're experiencing, the very fact that you know there's something deeper, that very knowing itself will guide you. You see?
You want to try.
Yeah?
You want to try.
You want to try. That trying is ego wanting to be in control.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I guess that silence, what I can relate it to would be that ocean, that way, way deep.
That's right, yeah.
There is no,
yeah, it's almost like a world by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no distractions.
Yeah.
That's a good image because
yes,
you
yeah,
can
it is.
understand. You went so deep. You wouldn't hear the planes. You
Yeah.
wouldn't hear the birds. You wouldn't hear anything. There's
Yeah.
nothing to hear.
Yeah.
And when they show pictures of it, it feels good. You know, it
Yeah.
feels like calming. It feels,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels deep. It feels
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been out in where there are no cars, no planes, the open, like, you know, or on a mountain? Was that?
Scuba diving's like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First time I ever went, I forgot about everybody. I was gone. They'd come and get me. And peaceful and just.
Yes, that's right.
mindless.
When you reach that total silence, there is that peace, that love, that communion, yeah, that relationship, because you feel whole. In silence, you are whole. You see? Yeah. Silence is the teacher, the real teacher.
You know what's
Yeah.
interesting is what you're saying is that once I went scuba diving, it was only once, and it was a particular, they allowed it in Hawaii without having all the certification. And the experience was so amazing because by going in, I was part of the fish. I was part of it all. It had that feeling of knowingness of the
Yes,
fish,
yes.
because I became
Yeah.
part of
And what made you feel part of the fish and everything, really? Because there is a feeling there. What is that feeling?
probably
The silence, isn't
silence,
it? The
yeah.
silence itself,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. The
Yeah.
first man who went on the moon experienced space, you know, and he became transformed, and he became a founder of higher consciousness to a school. What was his name?
Glenn or something, wasn't it?
Edgar Mitchell.
Mitchell, yeah.
Mitchell, right, yeah. And he saw awestruck, you know, because he felt that silence. But it's inexplicable, you see. You can talk about it, but it's an experience. It's the same with love. You see, you can talk about love, you can theorize about it, but until you begin to really feel it, you see, not as an emotion, but as a silence. You see, as an experience, yeah. And that experience, there's no experience there. And that's why it creates that transformation. Because it takes us away from the littleness of our boxed life. You see? And automatically makes us see more, live more, experience
But
more.
I can see where fear would come in. Because
Yeah.
the knowing that there is so much is enough to scare you.
And what is it that gets scared?
The thought.
My heart starts to quicken, knowing that, that feeling of going
Yeah.
under the water in this massive greatness
Yes.
of space. My heart starts to quicken because it's just so grand.
Right.
It's so big. It's
So this is so clear now that the ego is frightened of the unknown.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can live
Frightened
with
of
it.
And
dying.
yeah, was that?
Frightened of dying and not being.
Frightened of dying and being no more, which of course, when you begin to see what is, the depth of what is, you find that death is not possible.
The quicken is just a computer program.
Yeah, yeah,
So what's
Yeah.
interesting is that I never had that thought, and I just went and did it, but often I've thought about wanting to go again, and the fear is there. So I've never pursued it. It was just a wonderful one-time experience.
yes,
So
yes, yeah,
the
yeah,
ego got in there. And
yeah, yeah. And that's the whole thing, really, the experience of that depth, of that silence. But it's always there, you see. Some people say, well, I've got to go someplace to be quiet. Well, okay, in the beginning it helps, but you have to understand also that silence is always there, always present.